What? Hashtags are not dead. I am Rob Anspach from Anspach Media, and I've been teaching social media to my clients for about a decade now. And I think one of the biggest misconceptions about hashtags is that they're dead. People aren't using them anymore, and some networks have restricted them. And that's further from the truth because they're still a very important part of the social engagement process. The problem is that there are so many gurus out there, or so many people who think that hashtags don't work. They tell their fans, friends, and followers not to use them. Well, in any social advertising, marketing, or posting, it's always a good idea to do your own testing. Now, because I've been doing this for years and I've written several books on social media, I know the importance of using hashtags. Now, if you don't use hashtags in your present social media posting, why don't you try it? Many of you know that I produce a show every day called What's Trending. And I take a lot of the trending subjects on Facebook and I give you my thoughts on what's happening. And that I use the hashtag What's Trending. So if you look up top over here, you'll see, a hashtag is basically the number symbol or the tic-tac-toe symbol or the pound symbol or whatever you want to call it, followed by a keyword, a phrase. So, in this instance, it's, the number sign and then the word. So, in my show, it's hashtag What's Trending. And the nice thing about hashtags that people don't realize is that whether you use them on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, Instagram, or even YouTube. I don't know if I mentioned YouTube, but they are trackable. Didn't know that, right? And the nice thing about hashtags is that if a competitor is using a hashtag, you can track that hashtag. Just go to Google. Google is probably the fastest way to find how a hashtag is being used. So, say let's use the hashtag What's Trending as an example. Type that into your Google search bar and see what happens. Now, with Google, you have various different categories you can search. You can do a general search. You can do a news search. You can do a video. You can do an image. Now, if you go to the video section of Google search and type in your hashtag, all the videos that have ever used that trend or that hashtag, What's Trending, are going to come up. And hopefully my videos come up. Hashtags are wonderful. So if you have a hashtag that is associated with your brand, use it. Use it across everything that you do. Because Google owns Google+, they own YouTube, and they do a lot of the indexing from Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram. Well, not so much Instagram anymore, but a lot of those searches are going to come up when you type in that hashtag in Google. Now, Facebook and Instagram are a little different. Instagram, I always recommend what's called a 5-15 split. So, in Instagram, when you post an image, use about 20 different hashtags that best represent your brand or product or service, but only put 5 of them in the description. So you got this picture up here, like this one right here, and then in the description you want to put 5 of your hashtags that best describe that picture. After you post that, then you want to go into the comment section and post another 15 hashtags that kind of expand on those words. So let's say, my book Share, which is all about social media, and I wanted to post that on Instagram. I would post an image of that picture, and the first 5 hashtags would be about the book. The 5 best hashtags about that book. Then in the comment section, I would put 15 that would talk about, Amazon or where to find it, Barnes & Noble, book, all the different hashtags that I think would expand off that. What that does, especially on Instagram, is anybody who is searching those words will find your picture and want to, follow or friend or even like the picture. And that's how on Instagram you're going to gain a massive following. Now, Facebook is a little different. Facebook now owns Instagram, but Facebook, because of their algorithms, has kind of curtailed a little bit on the hashtags. So if you're going to use hashtags on Facebook, use one at a time. 1 or 2. The moment you start using multiple hashtags on Facebook, your post is going to get limited in reach. So pick the one hashtag that best represents that post and use it on Facebook. Twitter, it used to be that you could put multiple hashtags, and the growth on Twitter was awesome to most people. To me, Twitter is very chaotic, so I don't use it as much as Facebook or Instagram or even YouTube. But with Twitter, same as if you use the same principles as Facebook, 1 hashtag per post, then you're going to be in the good graces of the powers that be, and aka the algorithm, and you'll be fine. What you want to do, what that hashtag is going to do, is help build your authority, and add to your credibility with each and every post that you share on your social networks. I think the biggest problem when people are using hashtags is trying to come up with keywords, key phrases that best identify with them. Because to create a post takes, just a couple seconds. It's off the top of their head, and they can get their message out there. But now they have to think about, a keyword or a key phrase that's smushed together that may or may not make sense to somebody else, and put it in a hashtag that represents that post. And I think that is the hardest thing for most people to comprehend, is that a hashtag needs to be one word. So if, let's just say, because I'm gonna use this as an example. Say you're a medical malpractice lawyer in New York, and you want to use a hashtag. Well, the hashtag medical malpractice attorney is pretty long, and most people would make it into 3 words. So using that as a hashtag, it would be one long word, hashtag medical malpractice attorney. But here's the thing, when you use that in your videos, they're going to be trackable. When you use it in your posts, it can now be trackable. And what I mean by trackable is if someone goes to your social media and they click on that hashtag, they will be taken to any of the posts that share that hashtag, which is kind of cool. If you're the only one using that hashtag, then you become the authority in that niche, and now people can see all the different posts that are associated with that hashtag. Now, Brett had just jumped in and he said, I capitalize my words in the hashtag to make it easier to read. And that's a good idea. So with medical malpractice attorney, the M in medical, the M in malpractice, and the A in attorney would all be capitalized to differentiate those words. It doesn't matter if they're capitalized or not, because they're still going to go to the same tracking hashtag. So if you want to make your words pop out a little bit and capitalize the words where they need to be, do it, because it helps people's eyes focus on what they need to focus on, and then it just doesn't look like one long word. So if you guys watching this want to learn more about how to use hashtags effectively, not only in your social media, but even outside of social media. I actually co-authored 2 books with a weight loss doctor, and he capitalized on this whole hashtag thing. Not only is the book titled with a hashtag, but then it takes you into his videos, which have the whole channel is a hashtag. And so the hashtags kind of have gotten into the lexicon of our language. Now, what I don't like is when people are trying to have a real life conversation with me and they're saying hashtag this and hashtag that, and I'm like, just keep it online. If your books and your marketing drives people to a certain point, like a video channel, that's the way you're supposed to do it. But if you're going to talk like that in real life, nah, don't. So I invite you guys, if you want to learn more about using hashtags in your business, to visit me at anspachmedia.com, and I'll be more than happy to share with you my thoughts, my opinions, and why I believe hashtags still work, they're not dead, and why you need to use them in your business right now. Adios.